Hello there, my beautiful sacred heart, awakened ones. I'm Monica Bermudez, an intuitive quantum energy healer. I have been feeling the desire to come on more so on my YouTube channel, which is the Love Wisdom channel with Monica. I normally do the Facebook Lives every Friday in my Facebook group, which is called Sacred Heart Awakenings, and I'm still planning to do so. But there are particular messages that called love wisdom messages that are being channeled through the Sacred Heart that are being asked to be posted on YouTube channel. And this is to reach out to as many people, humanity as possible, because they're very important messages of the channeled heart. So in this message in particular is paying attention to 5 signs that the universe is telling you something, is talking to you, just noticing those signs and seeing where it's all taking you. So I was getting this download of information that I want to share these 5 things. And so as usual, I like to start a little bit with some of the astrological things that are happening, or as I will be calling it, the cosmic events that are happening and unfolding around us in the entire universe, because all of this ties into the messages of the universe itself and what it's trying to tell us. So we are approaching this big event. We just had a new moon peak energy of July 28th. It was so powerful, such a powerful new beginning. So I hope you've had your own ceremonies and your own intentions set, and there's still time to do that, of course, because new moons intentions can be set at any time for, when it is that you wish to initiate new projects in your life. On July 30, there's going to be some major cosmic event conjunctions of planets going on. Uranus and Taurus, and the North Node in Taurus and so forth. And all of this is tied into the freedom to express ourselves and how we want to express ourselves in the world. Our soul wants to be liberated and be freed, and that's how I've been feeling myself. So a lot of things have been shifting, and a lot of synchronistic connections with those who are people I call my soul tribe. And so I feel that a lot of us are going through these quantum changes themselves. And so things may seem like they are collapsing and breaking down, because they are. If there's something that doesn't resonate any longer with your own soul alignment and your own heart alignment, then things will just automatically begin to break down. And then, it looks like chaos. And there's, frustration, and there is, all this tension going on, because the things that, we were used to have, like certain systems and structures that are no longer serving us, they start to break down and collapse, and things that we were used to are no longer there. But with every breaking down, there's a renewal state. There is an uprising of this, with the phoenix rising from the ashes and being reborn and being renewed. So there's a huge big opportunity to rebuild yourself with a much more structured system that is in your own soul alignment, in your own heart alignment. So be aware of these energies that are happening right now, with these cosmic events that are happening across the world, and Mother Earth herself is also feeling all this too. So I now want to jump into this message. Number 1, Ascension Symptoms. So I did a video on Ascension Symptoms and some of the top ones for July, and I'll probably be doing another one as well to talk a little more about that. As there's some comments coming in on some of the other Ascension Symptoms that others are feeling. And so the Ascension Symptoms will vary, per person, depending on what, is coming up for you at this time. So one of the ones for this Ascension Symptom that in particular, that I was remembering, was about any physical pain that you may be feeling, that you may want to take notice of. For instance, like when, if you had like so much stress, for instance, sometimes, they can manifest themselves in certain physical pains. And also with these ascension symptoms, because the energies are coming in so strong that, anything that just was, buried in the subconscious level was not taken care of at the time may also re-manifest itself. And it's there because it's asking for your attention, and it's asking you to notice, what it is that this body part is asking you with, because every part of your body has a message, whether that's physical, emotional, and so forth. And, we are all made of energy. And so, for instance, I want to give an example, right? When I was in my marriage, just before I even divorced, and I was going through a lot of like stress, a lot of like toxic, things going on. It was just, this is when things were starting to break down in the marriage. It was going into this downfall, spiraling energy. And I remember that my right foot, or the heel of my right foot, was in this excruciating pain. And I did everything. I went to the doctor, to try to have it checked, and there was nothing wrong with my foot. It wasn't the heels, it wasn't the shoes. I even went to an acupuncture, and the acupuncture could not, even nothing was really working. So finally, what came up was that I was having this. What the acupuncture reminded me was, is there anybody that is giving you stress? And at that point, it's like this light bulb just turned on. I was like, oh, of course, I'm going through all this stress right now in this marriage. And so the long story short, when I, finally settled and decided that I was going to go to a divorce, which was a huge catalyst in my life for me to jump quantum leap into what I am doing now with my own soul purpose business, I completely forgot about it. And sure enough, that pain in my heel just was gone completely. So it was, definitely the stress that was going on. And I haven't had it ever since then. So, now with these like ascension symptoms and these energies that are moving, I am paying more attention, being more consciously aware of my body and what messages are coming up and what is being said. So if there's any form of discomfort or any type of pain, those are the signs. Just pay attention to that. And of course, I'll talk more about some other ascension symptoms in another video with you, but I'll leave it at that for now. And so number 2 is when you experience, or you're in this vibrational energy of your highest excitement. So if you're not really experiencing your highest excitement right now in any situation, in any relationship, or let's say in your job, in your work, then, that is something to also pay attention to. Because what is it then that would give you the highest excitement? And if it's not your job, then what is it that your soul and your heart is asking for you right now? So definitely pay attention to those signs. That's one of the things that I've also been tracking myself, right? And it could be something that ignites you, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to quit your job, only if that is in your highest excitement, right? It could be something like that you want to do, like your soul mission, your soul purpose, that it could be energy work, could be a healer. But you could start that on the side and part-time if that is, also an excitement for you as well. So for me, that was, my highest excitement when I was able to really, get myself really clear and open my heart more and, go through my own healing and my own awakening, is to really realign myself to the soul, and tapping into that soul mission became my highest excitement of being able to give these powerful, channeled messages, and, igniting and sending out all this love and energy support, and seeing all these shifts in other clients, through these energy transmissions has been, my highest excitement, seeing all this unfoldment. And so, the vibrational energy of joy, which is really the highest excitement, right? Is this vibration of joy will also attract other things in your life. it's an attractive force of energy. So the other, okay, so number 3 are pay attention to your dreams. Have you noticed that dreams have been so clear and they sometimes feel so real? So I would love to hear comments on this if you're, hearing this message. And I personally have been noticing my dreams have been super clear. And sometimes they're just like really like literally out of this world. And it feels like they're going into these other dimensions. And every time when I wake up, I'm not sure if I am really it feels like I've really been there. And I feel like in a way we are. It's just like we're tapping more into this other aspects of ourselves, in our other multidimensional beings that we are. So, or omnidimensionals, being everywhere, all at once, because this is not just our own human lifetime. There's other aspects. And so we are definitely, going into sometimes what, have you ever seen that movie Inception? Where it's a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, and they're in these dreams, and they go from one dream to another dream, and then in the dream you're dreaming. And so it's just kind of like this doll, the Russian doll. It's like going within a dream and another dream. So that's how these dreams feels like. Sometimes you may wake up and then you're still dreaming, but it's like you're not really awake. So those are, a lot of the dreams, a lot of the symbolism in the dreams carry a lot of archetypes and a lot of symbolism, and a lot of that comes from our own subconscious level as well. So for instance, if you've seen Carl Jung, who did a lot of interpreting of the dreams, there's a lot that can be said behind all that. So those are things to really take note of. For instance, like if you see certain like animals in your dreams, they have a very specific message for you. So do pay attention to that in your dream world. And the number 4 are the pattern numbers. So let me elaborate the pattern numbers. There could be repeating numbers like the 111, 222, 333, or there could be the ascending numbers, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there could be the descending numbers. So it's the reverse of that. It would be like 654 or 321. They all have a message. They all have significance. But that is, of course, all dependent on you. So I can tell you, what I feel about these numbers. So they're definitely, angelic numbers. They're part of your guides. They all have a message of, of you being on the right path, of your own soul alignment, your own heart alignment. And when things are out of balance, I feel like the descending numbers are the ones that will come in and kind of tell you that something is out of alignment, something is out of balance. So none of these are bad, of course. These are just messages that are coming from the universe that are asking us to pay attention to it. And so of course with that comes the last number 5, which is the most key and the most important one to sharpen. And that is to really listen to your higher guidance and your intuition, and pay attention to your, most of all, your heart center and what is coming up for you at this time. And the heart itself, your intuition could just simply be asking just to be still, and still to just receive, messages and downloads of information. And so within that stillness, you don't have to do anything, just be still and just be in this receptive mode. And so that is something that, I love to incorporate in my meditations, for instance, is that when I, transmit and visualize and send out, the message to the universe, that I allow a few minutes of reception time to just be in complete stillness. And so if you could do that, on a daily basis, then you will just be sharpening more of your own intuition in that way. So do pay attention to all of these 5 signs, and just, I want to just, recap for you what was just said and summarize. First, I just want to make a quick announcement that I am excited because in August I'll be launching 2 big programs, and one of them is the Lionsgate portal activation for August 8th. It's going to be so powerful. We have, the goddess Sept power coming in and really, tapping into our DNA and activating other aspects of our DNA using this Lionsgate portal. And so it is for men and women. So, harnessing all that sacred, feminine that is inside of us. So do check out the information in the description. The other one, the Circle of the Quantum Conscious Creators, which is a new moon that is, it's going to be launched every month during the new moon. And the first one being launched end of August. So you can sign up for the months that you desire, or just sign up for every month if that is what you desire. And all those links and information will be posted in the description itself. And so just want to recap, to really pay attention to these 5 signs. And I would love to hear your comments below to what's been coming up for you. And, with all these changes going on, because things are moving at a very quantum level. They're very accelerated. And we're being asked to really trust ourselves, to step more into our own heart center. And most of all, just remember this, is that you yourself are your own universe. And so that is how we are connected to the universe, because we are a mini universe in ourselves. And we are also very expansive, and we have everything that we need within us. And of course, there's always, support when guidance from, others who also want to help us be in our own soul alignment, in our own heart alignment, whether that be our guides, or somebody else you resonate with who can support. So, these, most of all, whenever you really need to be clear about a message, is to just ask the universe what it is that is trying to tell you, which is really asking yourself, right? You're asking yourself, what are these messages telling me? With everything that I just shared, those 5, is, just be very clear and give me a very clear message, exactly what it is that, I need to know at this time. And, with everything happening at such a quantum level of energies, that means it's instant manifestation. This is a time to really be grounding that and really get clear on what your next movement is. So if there's something that is not pleasant right now, that is not working for you, and this could be in a relationship, this could be in any situation, right? You're not happy, you're not in your joy vibration, you're not in your highest excitement, then really be clear with the universe what it is that you need to do right now. Okay, just ask them to give you that clarity, and asking, sitting within your own heart center and being very clear with yourself and grounding that in, and then just trust where this intuition is taking you, your own intuition. So if you really enjoyed this video, please click like and share with others, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be sharing more love wisdom messages like this, and also some other light language transmissions and YouTube guided meditations, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next love wisdom message. Bye for now.